Imagine what it would feel like to have your pain disappear.
Everybody has pain, whether they associate aches as pain or everyday living.
My headaches are gone. My neck, the stiffness of my neck, I can move my neck and shoulders and everything. I feel great.
Since being introduced to Therapy Plus, we've used this almost exclusively for the treatment of pain with very great success. It's been an absolute godsend to my patients in pain.
It's a miracle, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, this body is together because of that.
I've done everything. Every time I hear something for arthritis, I would use it. Nothing worked. Nothing worked until this.
How do you explain taking having pain for 3 or 4 days or more and using an instrument like that, which is hard to even describe, and then have the pain go away? I mean, it's just tough to even transmit to someone else.
Most of us suffer from pain. We just accept it as part of our life. But when pain becomes a problem, when pain interrupts our lifestyle, the things we like to do, we want to do something about it. Nobody wants to use drugs, but sometimes in our desperation, we'll do anything to get rid of the pain. But many times these remedies don't work, and sometimes they have side effects. What if there were another way to relieve pain? These people did it without drugs. What is their secret? Well, that's what this program is all about. If you know someone who suffers from chronic or acute pain, call them now and urge them to join us. And get a pencil and paper ready. Now you can have freedom from pain without drugs.
Freedom from Pain is brought to you by Therapy Plus, the pain reliever of the future.
Hi, I'm Roger Barkley. I'm excited to tell you about an important medical breakthrough with a promise. The breakthrough is that you can roll away pain without drugs. The promise is that it will work for you. In fact, it's guaranteed or your money back. You might not believe it, but it's this little device. It's called Therapy Plus, the pain reliever, and its effectiveness is backed by scientific proof and documented clinical use. You'll meet some of the people who have used it, the professional sports star, the weekend warrior, and the incredible testimony of pain sufferers. How it relieves acute pains, chronic pains, the pain of arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, and many other muscle-related pains. You'll hear from doctors who have treated hundreds of patients with positive results. And you'll see the scientific proof that Therapy Plus really works. And you'll be able to test this remarkable product for yourself without risk right in your own home. I know it's hard to believe, but this little device can literally roll away pain. Stephanie Osnauer knows. In addition to arthritic hands, she had terrible pain in her leg from standing too much.
And I suddenly had a swelling in this area behind my knee, and it got larger and larger and larger.
Stephanie visited her doctor, who rolled her leg with this therapeutic device back and forth for several minutes. She said that the pain went away.
And he says, tell me when you feel better. And it was almost immediate that I began to feel better and had some relief.
The Therapy Plus roller has a series of wheels with tiny, specially designed spokes. Pain relief treatment is simply a matter of gently rolling Therapy Plus back and forth across the skin for 3 to 8 minutes. Dr. James McElhaney has used Therapy Plus on hundreds of patients.
I've treated more than 250 patients with Therapy Plus. We've had a 95% success rate in relieving their pain, and this has occurred in minutes. I find Therapy Plus very successful in the treatment of all types of musculoskeletal pain, including tendonitis, bursitis, sprains, strains, tight spastic muscles, and even arthritis.
Thelma Nora has a new appreciation for Therapy Plus. She was in a car accident and received treatment for whiplash.
I didn't know if it would work, but I would be in such pain, I was willing to try anything. And this was like my last resort, so to speak, or whatever you want to call it. But this I will not do without. I love it.
Dr. Randolph Stern, a chiropractor, treats all types of muscle and joint pain.
The most remarkable thing is that everyone that I've recommended using a Therapy Plus has benefited from it across the board, so I feel very confident in recommending it to my patients.
Scientific research was conducted which confirmed that the roller actually causes a physiological response rather than being simply psychological. After years of successful use by doctors, Therapy Plus is now available to us all for pain relief at home. In a minute, you'll meet a physician who will explain why it works, see the scientific proof, and hear what sports stars like former LA Rams Nolan Cromwell and Washington Bullets Bernard King have to say. But first, here's Margaret Tannehill. Therapy Plus literally changed her life.
I had rheumatoid arthritis for 5 years, and the past year it has gotten worse to the point where I thought of giving up golf and also knitting, and those are my two favorites. So I thought, well, I'll borrow a roller from a friend for 1 week and see if it would work, because I've heard so much about it. So I borrowed the roller, and the first night I thought, my God, it worked, because I slept all night. I didn't say anything to my husband because I know he wouldn't have believed that. So I used it for 1 week and went and purchased one. And since then, I hadn't worn my rings for 1 year, and I do wear them. And my knuckles were gnarled. You can still see probably a little, but you have no idea how pretty these hands look to me. And I do this watching television. Sometimes it runs 7 minutes, but 5 minutes is what I give myself on each hand. That's all I do, and I do it religiously every night, and I love it. Now, I visit friends. I have visited friends, and they have known what my hands look like prior to using this. And invariably, they take my roller, I come home and purchase another, and I've done that 11 times. I recommend it.
Maurice Lindsay, a physicist and engineer, was told by bone surgeons that he would have to have operations on both knees in order to relieve his pain.
Well, I came in, I said, well, Jim, I can't take it anymore. My knees are so bad they hurt constantly, and I'd like to have you make arrangements to have them operated on, because they're just too painful. So he kind of chuckled and got the roller out, and I'd never seen one, of course, before, and he had me sit there and while he rolled the knee, and it was hurting. It was hurting. That's why I came in. And I was hurting whether I was sitting, standing, walking, or whatever. And running was out of the question. And so he rolled it rather vigorously, and maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and said, now get up and walk toward the door. That's which I did. And he says, you feel anything? I said, no, my knee does not hurt. So it was an immediate sale. No questions asked. I had to have one. You know, seeing, the old saying, seeing is believing. If you don't see it, you don't believe it. This thing works. And if a person tries it and gives it a chance, it doesn't make any difference whether he believes it or not. If it eases the pain, then he has to believe it. And the darn thing does ease pain. It isn't just me.
I rolled my elbow, and I was going to get a shot that day, a cortisone shot. And I rolled it in about 5 minutes, and it worked. It was great. All the tendonitis and stuff, it was excellent.
So the next time my ankle became sore or irritated, I went back and bought one and used it myself. And it does work, and I've used it on my elbow or my neck or whatever it hurts, and it really works.
The main thing was it did work. I came in and I couldn't lift my arm, and I walked out and it was fine, and all I cared about was the results.
It's a pain reliever, 100% pain reliever, and it works.
I couldn't see how anything as simple as this could relieve any pain. To me, it just, well, it didn't make sense. But, you know, when the pain goes away, You have to believe it, because that's not theory, that's fact. And if you're an engineer or a physicist, that's what you work with. You work with facts, not theory. And the thing works.
When Therapy Plus was first presented to me, I reviewed the research, which made sense. It made sense on a scientific and practical level. And so it was very easy for me to utilize it in my practice and recommend it to my patients. And they've had great results with it as well.
Next, the doctor who tested it on hundreds, the scientific proof, and sports pros Nolan Cromwell and Bernard King's story. And now, for those of you who have pain, here's your opportunity to test Therapy Plus for yourself, even if you've tried everything else or were told you couldn't be helped. Try Therapy Plus at home without risk. Here's how.
Imagine what it would feel like to have your pain disappear. Therapy Plus is the breakthrough pain-relieving device that is completely safe and easy to use. It is recommended by medical doctors, chiropractors, and other health experts. In most cases, it delivers immediate relief with no effort and no smelly lotions, no costly drugs.
I've treated more than 250 patients with Therapy Plus. We've had a 95% success rate in relieving their pain, and this has occurred in minutes.
Don't let its simple appearance deceive you. Its design is unique, and reports from scientists at a major university and research hospital have proven that it does work. Its effectiveness has even been presented at the American Pain Society. Patients who have been suffering with chronic pain for years now relieve pain in minutes with no effort, no exercise, and no drugs.
Every time I hear something for arthritis, I would use it. Nothing worked. Nothing worked until this.
Of course, individual results will vary, but this is a tested, proven, safe device that takes no effort to use. And for thousands of people, it does deliver relief from many kinds of pain in minutes. In fact, thousands of these therapeutic devices were sold by medical distributors, physicians, and therapists for up to $119 each. Right now, through this television offer, you can get Therapy Plus for just $49.95. Your satisfaction is completely guaranteed for a 1-month trial period. The Therapy Plus pain reliever fits comfortably in your hand. Just roll it gently but rapidly over the area where pain exists, such as arthritic hands, a tight shoulder, sore knees, elbows, or the lower back, even muscles stressed during recreation. It works almost anywhere. Most people report their pain disappearing in just minutes. If there really is a way you can safely relieve your pain without drugs, without oils and balms, without frequent and costly doctor visits, and without effort or exercise, anytime, any place, in just minutes, shouldn't you try it yourself? You'll be convinced the very first time you use it.
It works. I know it's hard to believe, but it works.
You can't get a guarantee from your hospital or clinic, but you can with Therapy Plus. We give you a full 30-day guarantee. Pick up the phone right now and order. And you'll also receive this instructional videotape showing exactly how to use Therapy Plus most effectively. In addition, you'll receive this informative audio cassette, Secrets of a Pain-Free Lifestyle, which also tells the correct use of the roller, plus gives valuable information on health, energy, and pain research. These bonus gifts are yours to keep free, even if you choose to return Therapy Plus within 30 days for a refund. You receive Therapy Plus, the pain reliever, a $119 value, the how-to videotape, and the remarkable Secrets audio tape, all for just $49.95 when you call now. You take no risk. You try it at our risk. You simply have nothing to lose but your unwanted pain. Call now.
With me in the studio is Dr. James McElhaney, who's the medical director for Therapy Plus. Doctor, you've treated a lot of pain sufferers with Therapy Plus. Can you tell us what kind of results you've seen?
I've treated over 250 patients. 95% have experienced relief within minutes. It's the greatest advance in the treatment of pain that I've seen in all of my medical years, and for my patients, it's a godsend.
How does this device work?
Well, at first we didn't know, but research was then done at a leading Southern California university and a leading hospital research center. The first study showed by objective criteria that the roller relaxes tense muscles and muscles in spasm. It also improves circulation in the area where it is rolled, and it brings the sympathetic nerves to a high state of arousal. These effects are definitely physiologic and not psychologic. The results of this study were presented at the 8th Annual Scientific meeting of the American Pain Society. The second study has now been reviewed and accepted for publication in a scientific journal.
So the medical community must be very excited about this.
Oh yes, researchers too, pain researchers. We think this is a major breakthrough in the treatment of pain.
Now, why did you decide to use Therapy Plus in your medical practice?
The principal reason was that it did not require drugs. Other reasons were it's economical, it can be used at home, saving trips to the doctor's office. It's not electric, and you can take it with you anywhere.
How does this compare with other muscular pain relievers?
Compared to analgesics, liniments, physical therapy, or oral medications, there's just no comparison. This works as effective or more effectively than any of those products.
Tell me, when you first saw this, did you believe it would work?
I was skeptical, very skeptical. But when I started using it on my patients and saw the great success, I became a true believer.
We asked people about their first impression with Therapy Plus. They were skeptical too.
Well, when I first heard about it, it sounded too good to be true. It was kind of like your magic potions and everything else. It didn't sound like it would do all the things it would claim to do. But for the aches that I've had and everything, it's worked.
I looked at it and I thought, that is the goofiest looking thing I have ever seen.
I figured it was just a joke. I really did. I didn't know what to expect. I never saw anything like it. I thought at first it was a curling iron. So, yeah, I was extremely curious on what he was doing. But it didn't hurt, and it felt kind of strange, and it really did take the pain away.
Sports can also be associated with pain. Injury or muscle problems can keep you out of the game. Can there be anybody else who knows as much about pain as an NFL football player? Nolan Cromwell spent 11 years with the Los Angeles Rams and is a 4-time All-Pro safety.
The first time I saw the roller, I thought it was a joke. Here they're going to take something that you can just roll lightly on your skin, and reduce the pain anywhere on your body. But after using it for the first time and finding out that it does work, and the simplicity that is there, it goes in your pocket. You carry it wherever you want to go, and it works. But I was totally surprised that it did relieve the pains actually in all parts of my body.
The first time that I was introduced to the roller was on a golf cruise that we went to in Florida. And on the morning of our arrival, I woke up with bursitis in my right elbow. And here we were planning to play golf for 10 days in a row, and I had bursitis in my right elbow to where I could hardly lift a coffee cup. And one of our friends introduced us to the roller. They had one with them on the cruise, and even though I was skeptical to begin with and what it might do, I tried it, and it worked, and it saved our vacation.
Here's one of the hundreds of thank you letters from satisfied users. This one's from Bernard King of Washington Bullets fame.
Yes, last season, Bernard King called us in panic. He'd lost his luggage during the season. He knew he could replace the luggage, but he couldn't replace Therapy Plus, so Eric expressed him one so he'd have it for the next game.
It's there. It's handy. You can carry it in your golf bag. You could carry it in your tennis satchel or whatever, It is just absolutely the greatest thing that was ever invented. And bless whoever it was.
Golfers have the pain in the shoulder pain, especially the back pain, and they go to chiropractors and stuff like that. And this right here, when they show how to use it, it doesn't take long to show how to use. They use it and come back and say it's remarkable how they can't believe it.
So it was really an amazing thing that happened to me to have this work.
Next, we'll hear from a couple who had whiplash, a doctor who has run more than 80 marathons, and a chiropractor who believes that Therapy Plus will be the holistic pain treatment of the future.
For every one of you that has arthritis, believe me, purchase this. It costs pennies compared to what your prescription costs 2 prescriptions, and this is paid for. And I'll guarantee it'll work. It worked on me. Even though my husband didn't believe it, it worked. And it worked the first night. I slept the first night and only did it 5 minutes on each hand.
With a guarantee like they have and warranty like they have, how could you lose anything? There's only one thing you can lose, and that's pain. All you have to do is try it.
Imagine what it would feel like to have your pain disappear. Therapy Plus is the breakthrough pain-relieving device that is completely safe and easy to use. It is recommended by medical doctors, chiropractors, and other health experts. In most cases, it delivers immediate relief with no effort and no smelly lotions, no costly drugs.
I've treated more than 250 patients with Therapy Plus. We've had a 95% success rate in relieving their pain, and this has occurred in minutes.
Don't let its simple appearance deceive you. Its design is unique, and reports from scientists at a major university and research hospital have proven that it does work. Its effectiveness has even been presented at the American Pain Society. Patients who have been suffering with chronic pain for years now relieve pain in minutes with no effort, no exercise, and no drugs.
Every time I hear something for arthritis, I would use it. Nothing worked. Nothing worked until this.
Of course, individual results will vary, but this is a tested, proven, safe device that takes no effort to use. And for thousands of people, it does deliver relief from many kinds of pain in minutes. In fact, thousands of these therapeutic devices were sold by medical distributors, physicians, and therapists for up to $119 each. Right now, through this television offer, you can get Therapy Plus for just $49.95. Your satisfaction is completely guaranteed for a 1-month trial period. The Therapy Plus pain reliever fits comfortably in your hand. Just roll it gently but rapidly over the area where pain exists, such as arthritic hands, a tight shoulder, sore knees, elbows, or the lower back. Even muscles stressed during recreation. It works almost anywhere. Most people report their pain disappearing in just minutes. If there really is a way you can safely relieve your pain without drugs, without oils and balms, without frequent and costly doctor visits, and without effort or exercise, anytime, any place, in just minutes, shouldn't you try it yourself? You'll be convinced the very first time you use it.
But it works. I know it's hard to believe, but it works.
You can't get a guarantee from your hospital or clinic, but you can with Therapy Plus. We give you a full 30-day guarantee. Pick up the phone right now and order. And you'll also receive this instructional videotape showing exactly how to use Therapy Plus most effectively. In addition, you'll receive this informative audio cassette, Secrets of a Pain-Free Lifestyle, which also tells the correct use of the roller, plus gives valuable information on health, energy, and pain research. These bonus gifts are yours to keep free, even if you choose to return Therapy Plus within 30 days for a refund. You receive Therapy Plus, the pain reliever, a $119 value, the how-to videotape, and the remarkable Secrets audio tape, all for just $49.95 when you call now. You take no risk. You try it at our risk. You simply have nothing to lose but your unwanted pain. Call now. Freedom from pain is brought to you by Therapy Plus, the pain reliever of the future.
Alonzo Monk is an 84-time marathon runner. As a doctor, he has selected Therapy Plus as his method of self-therapy.
The perception of the decrease in the spasm and discomfort is within 1 to 2 minutes of starting to use the roller. And it's almost immediate. And I do get the maximum benefit from it if I use it for at least 5 minutes. And so that's been my habit, and it works for me all the time, so I haven't altered the regimen in any way.
It's just the way of the future. People are becoming far more aware of the need, the necessity to take the responsibility for their own health.
Steve and Debbie Hale were diagnosed as having whiplash from a car accident. When it was time for treatment, their doctor recommended Therapy Plus.
And when I first saw it, my immediate reaction was, what's this thing going to do for me? I don't understand how this is going to work. If this is that simple and that easy, why didn't somebody come up with it a long time ago? And so he showed me how to use it, and then he gave me a tape that explained how the roller was used, sent me home with it, and my husband and I helped each other out. We rolled each other's backs and necks, and we found that we could do it in the evening before we went to bed, anytime during the day.
It felt like you'd been massaged. It was kind of nice to have something that in 5 minutes, you could feel better with some relief.
It saves you money. It saves you time. And who doesn't need to save money and time?
The reason I like this is I can play golf, I can knit, I can do anything that I did when I was 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. I could do things. I love it. I'm living a normal life with my hands. I know I still have rheumatoid arthritis. I guess there's no cure for it, but I don't know that. They're fine. They're just fine.
From our experience, anyone would benefit from having a Therapy Plus roller.
If you want to have freedom from pain, now is your opportunity to test this remarkable product for yourself, at home, without risk. We guarantee that it will relieve your pain or you will receive a full refund. Here's how to order your very own Therapy Plus.
Yes, it's really true. There is a new breakthrough in pain relief, and it works without drugs in minutes. It's recommended by doctors and proven to work in scientific tests. It is Therapy Plus. If you can safely relieve your pain without effort or exercise, anytime, any place in just minutes, shouldn't you try it yourself? Use it at home without risk for 30 days. You must be completely satisfied or you'll get an instant refund. Pick up the phone right now and order. And you'll also receive this instructional videotape showing exactly how to use Therapy Plus. In addition, you'll receive this informative audio cassette, Secrets of a Pain-Free Lifestyle. You receive Therapy Plus, the pain reliever, a $119 value, the how-to videotape, and the remarkable Secrets audio tape, all for just $49.95 when you call now. You take no risk. You try it at our risk. You simply have nothing to lose but your unwanted pain. Call now.
I think that the biggest drawback to this device is going to be that people aren't really going to believe that it does what it does. And I'm here to tell you, it does do it. Go out and buy it. It's worth the money. It's worth the time. It's an investment for the future. And especially if you are involved with pain, as my husband said, it's definitely worth it. From our experience, it worked.
This is like a magic wand. That I can go like this when my thumb gets real bad, and if you've had experience with arthritis, it doesn't let you know when it's going to decide to flare up. It just flares up. But to be able to pick up the roller and go like this a couple times a day, and then suddenly the swelling goes down and the thumb moves, it's like a magic wand. It really is.
Freedom from pain is brought to you by Therapy Plus, the pain reliever of the future.